So welcome to this week's Instagram Live, for those that have joined us. And this will be streamed as well onto Facebook and eventually onto YouTube. So October is ADHD Awareness Month, and for us late diagnosed or self-diagnosed women of a certain age, we realise that we need significant help in different areas of our lives. So we're going to talk today about how laughter yoga helps our little traits, shall we say. And I'm just writing an article actually on this to put on a website, which I'll put a link to eventually as well on the comments. So if you want to put in the comments if you are self-diagnosed or have a diagnosis for ADHD, just put it down in the comments. We'd really appreciate it as well. So some of the traits that we have are to do with brain fog, hyper focus. It can also be the fact that there's procrastination, so lack of motivation. Toby, what have you noticed that is?
I found a hyper distraction and an inability to complete tasks. I'd literally be like squirrel, you know.
Yeah. And I'll just do this because I can.
Yes. Exactly. So yeah, and I think also so many symptoms sort of hit you simultaneously, don't they? So it almost feels like a barrage. I notice, I wonder if you feel this way, Sarah, that the more fatigued you are, the more hyper you become. I wonder if you had that, because I certainly noticed that. You'll see me, my work output almost quadruples when I'm in a real heightened phase, and it's like it's really excessive. So that hyperactivity, but a lot of almost, ineffective, because it's pulling too much and it's not quite completing things. What that means is you feel that you are somewhat in a trigger, whether it's fight, flight, or freeze. I kind of go between. I also add another F, and it's frenzy.
Yeah. There's a lot in it. I mean, I have these panic things at night and go, oh, I'll just do that because then it clears the morning and I don't have to do it in the morning. I'll just do that because for like the dopamine hit, because if you don't know about ADHD, we lose dopamine at a rapid rate, and so that is so to get dopamine, we're literally chasing the dopamine constantly to be able to do the tasks. And if we don't get the dopamine in time, then we get the low mood, and then we struggle with the overwhelmed low mood, don't we? So so it's a case of what tools we can use with laughter yoga, with in our lives, basically, to make it a lot easier. And I don't know about you, but there's not that many people you can follow who give you exact tools that work.
Yes.
Everybody's different, so you need a lot of different ideas to have this. And I've been, over the past 6 months, I've just been on a drive to find the right tool.
Yeah,
I think constant drive.
I'd love us to we're going to share a few of those tools with you, but if you are watching this on the live or even on the replay, we do revisit these. So leave your comments here so that we can interact with you. but I just wanted to review some of those symptoms that you might be experiencing as an adult, and because you might dismiss them, but they actually are something that you are noticing. Things like time blindness. That means you don't manage your time as effectively as other people can, and that, as Sarah was mentioning, can lead on to procrastination. It's also a sense of disorganization. So it's trouble keeping track of daily responsibilities, and that then, of course, leads to extra stress. So we want to show you what to do with the stress in a bit. I think another one is emotional dysregulation. It's not being able to manage how you feel, or how you, with ADHD, you almost become a bit reactive rather than responsive. And it is really important to recognize when you are feeling triggered, because I think that, or what's going to lead to being triggered. Another one is poor concentration. I think we that's like a classic, isn't it? But also that impulsivity. I mean, how many of us have bought online courses? Like, I need that.
And not even watched them, right?
We never watched them.
I've got a 2-hour workshop to watch at some point. How am I going to fit that in?
But Sarah, you were leading on to some of the tools.
Yeah, but I was going to add another one. Rejection sensitivity disorder is such a big one, especially for me. And I had an example of that. I don't know whether anybody's aware of it, but the very last Happy Place workshop that I was doing, I had a really, really big problem, and it literally the RSD went haywire. I was crying, and I had to literally deliver a session that minute. So there were 60 people in the TP expecting me to be all happy chappy. And I was like totally honest and said, I've got RSD here. I am literally on my knees. But I know the value of laughter yoga. I know that the dopamine will kick in and I feel a lot better, and we're a team. So and it was a great session, of course. But yeah, so the tools that and I'll be sharing these as we go on through the month. But the big tool to remember is everything's going to take twice as long as you expect, if not more.
Yeah.
What you think you can do in 20 minutes, it will take you at least twice as long. So account for that and have regular breaks. And this is a really good one. I mean, this is a timer. It's a visual timer, so you can see how much time you've got left. You can have it on silent, you can have it 3 minutes. If you're delivering sessions, if you're a coach or something like that, and you regularly overrun, if you want to time yourself on a task and make that urgency that we need to be able to, in ADHD, need that urgency, then that is the thing to do. They're only about £10, £8 or £10 from Amazon. Really, really good. So that's one of the tools that is very easy to use. I mean, the other one that I've been using for quite a while, and I've flunked at it, if I'm honest, recently. I've flunked at it. But this is flown.com, co-working online, making intentions with people. It could be that you go on Zoom one-to-one, or you go on Teams one-to-one, and you do the body doubling that way. But anything that becomes a body doubling where you're setting intentions and you're working flat out for 25 minutes or an hour in your chair, that is really, really powerful, and it's proven to work. So yeah, I see Rebecca Ryder, that Loud Quiet, is on here, and she talks a lot about ADHD and does breath work for it. So yeah, let me know if you have any tips, what tools you use, because I'll be sharing everybody's tools on here so that we can really make this a productive space and a happier space to be.
Yeah.
But of course, laughter yoga produces dopamine. So if you are struggling with motivation to do your tasks, any kind of task, whether it be tidying your desk, doing the washing, anything, then doing some laughter for that dopamine is incredible, right? People have told me they have 20% more productivity and they finish off their tasks easier by doing just one, couple of minutes of laughter. So we need, we need to, I think we should be writing our to-do list, because that's like
Yes.
a really important thing with ADHD, right? So you're writing your to-do list with your elbow and some laughter. Do it with us. And the other elbow. And then both together, of course. Don't be fast writing that to-do list. And when you've written the to-do list, show us your to-do list. How big is your to-do list? It's really long, right? And another page. Oh, and that's the end of the to-do list.
Yay! Brilliant. Oh, great.
Such good timing. Very good. Very
Very
good.
good. Yay!
Yay! And this is, of course, motivation as well. Very good. Very good.
Good.
Yay! Any kind of positive affirmation that you can use, whether you're meditating and using positive affirmations. So tell me, Tovi, have you got any tips that you could give us besides doing lots of laughter yoga?
I think, one of the things that that is beneficial is to bring in a mindfulness practice like laughter yoga, but in a way, because with ADHD you're getting a lot of stimulation, it's actually good to kind of remove some of the information that actually can be distracting. So there's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 practice, and it looks like this. You take 5. I just it's starting to rain here, so I'm plans. I'm actually in typical ADHD style, got 4,000 tasks on, and I'm taking my car down to go through its export phase. So it's a bit crazy here. But yes, one of the things that I can say with the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is 5 things that you can see right now. Just choose 5 and let's laugh at them. Because here's the thing with ADHD. We need to calm down. We notice that there's a lot of information, but since we can't park a Ferrari at 100 miles an hour, so we need to meet the mind where it is. And so the first thing is this observational mindfulness, which can lead into more quiet mindfulness. So 5 things that we can see right now. Point and laugh and tell us what they are. Wooden mirror. Tree.
Look.
Steering wheel. Clouds. Sarah.
Box. Pens.
Excellent. Brilliant. Brilliant. So 4 things that you can hear. Our laughter. I can hear the traffic, the wind, the silence underneath it all. It's interesting, isn't it?
I can hear the computer hum.
Yeah. So I love this. So then it's 3 things that we can feel. So now this is something inside your body, and maybe you've got this feeling as well, Sarah. I can't have rough textures on my clothes. No. Labels freak me out. I can't describe how badly. I wish that manufacturers wouldn't make such scratchy labels. I can't deal with them. So 3 things we can feel. I can feel the fabric of my jeans. I can feel the fabric of my buff, which is soft, which I often wear these to protect myself against a label that I've cut out, but it's still rough. And the feeling on the inside is joy. I feel that. So 2 things that you can smell.
The curry from 2 days ago.
Hey, fair play. Something else we can smell? Oh, the weight of the ground, I can smell that just having come in from the rain. And then one thing we can taste an imaginary milkshake. I'm holding my phone, so I'm making my milkshake one-handed. Shake and drink and laugh. So by using this kind of mindfulness practice, meeting the mind where it's at, starting with activity first, and then once you've tuned into your senses, this helps you then to come into a phase of relaxation. So mindfulness, meditation. So meditation isn't always quiet. We can have an active meditation too. And walking is so good for ADHD, so that you can not only get the release of thoughts and feelings through the body as you're moving, but that you can also top up those additional hormones that we need. So yeah, I would say walking and active mindfulness practice are quite good tips too.
Love that. I'd forgotten about the 5 4 3 2 1 actually, and I do like that. Yeah. So let us know if you use that or are intending to use that, and what do you smell? I've put a comment. What do you smell? What do you hear?
And I think just a third
What do
tip
you
to
feel?
add, a third tip it would be, you know, something in an ADHD mind resists structure. We kind of, but actually, if we can befriend it, if we can tend, like Tara Brach says, tend and befriend. So when we can befriend structure, we can perform better inside it, like you were showing with your timer. That's really useful. So put some little structures in place to support you, knowing your mind is distracted and you also procrastinate. So it's all connected to how we feel.
There's so much that we could go into within structure, habit forming. But I will be sharing on stories and a post of different things, 3 different things that have helped me immensely, and they're just really simple things. So yeah, I think sharing is caring, and if you have any tips at all that help to have an organized brain and less of the squirrels. Wait a minute. I've just got to write that down before I forget, right?
Yeah, right, squirrel, quickly.
And a lot of them don't have to cost anything at all. Some of these tips literally will not cost you anything, and some of them will, but they're really worth it. And of course, everybody's talking about access to work, and I'll be talking about that as well. Got to get something out of the government these days. So
just while we're on that workspace, just a reminder, if you are in an office, don't be afraid to request specific flexible deadlines and task lists and reduce distractions in your work environment. This actually will support you, and it'll support your colleagues so that they can understand how to interact with you. So it's, don't be afraid to request those types of things, just to.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a big deal at all. You just say, these are the things which will make a big difference to me on my working day, and it would be great if we could work together on these. So,
Great.
It's just, it doesn't have to be a huge deal. I have to have this. Just explain that it's going to make life easier for everybody.
Yes.
So, because everybody works, not a lot of people work just on their own. Even solopreneurs, we're working together with somebody. So yeah.
Good.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining.
Lovely to see you. It's always good to see you, Sarah. And we are thrilled to be bringing, even though we have these distractions, we still solidly bring our laughter yoga leader training home to people so that they can understand it. There are 1 or 2 spaces if you would like to join us, if you want to learn more about how to use laughter to help you through ADHD or with ADHD or with any other aspect of life. There is time to join us. We are training on the 25th and 26th of October, but Sarah will share those details
Manchester.
in the
In
notes.
Manchester.
So
Live.
and
There was somebody last at the last training, and they said they had the first time that they had inner peace from their ADHD was the full 2 days of the laughter yoga leader training. So that made me think that actually there is a huge value in having 2 days of respite where you can just let your mind rest and you can reset. So we're starting to know more and more about the big value of laughter yoga and making the right decisions.
Yes.
So if you want to join us, we'd love to see you. And certainly we keep the group small, so so it's lovely and intimate.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing venue, isn't it? I love the venue. I just love the venue because there's space outside.
Yes.
Beautiful gardens outside. So
ground level, so easy access. It's just perfect, and a great village where you can, if you want to have any other interactions. So it's a you make, these are friends for life actually. Very often, you make the kind of friends at a workshop like this that matter to you. And of course, the best friend that you could ever meet is yourself again, into your own joy. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Lots of love. We'll see you. Yeah.
Thank you for joining, and I'll see you very soon.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Love. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.